Hey, I got a tutorial for my last trick, so here we go. Right, so this is the where I was giving you the royal flush, and we're going to put it into the deck, but there is a setup, and the setup is with the red deck. So this is, again, just regular deck of cards, missing these 5 cards, okay? So the setup goes, the 10 goes on the bottom, and then in this order, the ace goes first, king next, queen next, jack on top, okay? So that's the setup. So if I was to spread it out like this, you can see the 10 over here and the jack, queen, king, ace right there of diamonds, okay? So that's the setup. So all it is the shuffle. When you do the shuffle, you got to do a fake shuffle. So you want to make sure this 10 ends up on the bottom. And then just those 4 cards on top. So you still got those 4 on top, okay? All right, that's it. Now the trick's all set up. So then now when I drop the piles and I make an example and I go, all right, I'm going to make an example. I'm going to put down some cards, a card in front of each. Now you'll notice they're one off, kings over here, but that's set up just perfectly, so it'll work out perfect. And finally, the last card, you'll go, whoa, that's a 7. That doesn't work. Doesn't matter because I have the 10 on the bottom, okay? So you'll see how that works in a minute, because this will be the last card when I top the whole pile and put it in together. You'll see in a sec. So then I start dropping cards, and you can say stop anywhere you want. And then we continue on, because basically what I'm doing, oops, I'm not doing that, is we're just basically, when I pick up the cards, the king's gonna go on top of the king like that, okay? So it's all set up. The queen's gonna go on top of the queen. So then you can just keep going and queen, stop, okay. And you do it in order. I might have messed up the order. It doesn't really matter because the 10 is the only card I really need. Stop. Then we go here, stop, and then finally a couple cards here, stop. And then now what I do is I take the 10, I put it over here on top of here. Jack goes on top of the jack, queen goes on top of the queen, king goes on top of the king, ace goes on top of the ace, and the trick now is all set up even before I do magic. But then I, of course, have to do a little bit of whoosh, and then when you spread them out, it's all set up. So all you got to do is get rid of the cards. And really, you use a lot of that. Well, you stopped anywhere you wanted to. But honestly, the card you stopped on would have been the one below it, not the one above it. So if they think about it, really, this is the card I should be going to, which is not the 10. But they're not going to think of that because you mix them all up. Okay, so you take it like this. And then you take this. Get rid of all the cards. But yeah, you don't mention that because they're just going to think, oh, that's exactly where I stopped. It's amazing. How does this work? Even though, again, it's not the actual card that you stopped at, okay? So that's what's happening. But then again, I go there. Well, so I have a 10. We have a 10. Well, that's amazing. Jack, jack. And again, you see where the trick's going. It's looking pretty good. A couple of royal flushes coming our way. And finally, the 2 aces. So hope you liked the tutorial. Go back and watch the trick, please. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.